I'm Sam Hignett, team owner of JOTA. Yesterday was great, we won, it was very close in the end, a 2-second lead after 10 hours. So we're going to do one more race with the LMP2 car, and then we've got the hypercar coming, and then we've got the full season LMP2 car alongside it, which is shaping up pretty well. So victories, we won in 14, 17 and 22. And I think the stat is we've been on the podium 10 times in the last 9 years, because we've always run 2 cars, so we've always managed to get a car on the podium. Well, a bit of background to JOTA. I started JOTA about 23 years ago now while I was at university. I actually got kicked out of university for running a motor racing team from my accommodation, which they weren't very happy with. But they eventually let me back in, gave me a degree, and even gave me some sponsorship in the end, which was good. And it grew up from there. At the beginning, I was a budding driver. I was driving myself, but soon realized that that wasn't the route to great success. So I did Le Mans. I drove all the way up until 2005, did Le Mans myself in 2005, and then stepped aside running other programs on behalf of people under the JOTA brand. Well, we've always used Motul products in the engines. You know, it's served us very well at Le Mans. Touch wood, we've never lost an engine using Motul products. We've never lost a gearbox using Motul products. So we've been working with you guys since the original Gibson days, because it's always been the recommended oil from the Gibson engine. So really from about 2014 onward. So the race team itself in JOTA is about 35 people strong. We've got a fairly big engineering group, between 10 and 12 people. So we're doing a lot of simulation work. So before coming to the circuit, we have some complicated software programs and algorithms that we run all the different setup profiles through, so that hopefully when we arrive at the circuit, we're in the right place. We've then obviously got a full suite of mechanics, truckies, all the other usual bits and pieces behind a race team. Motor racing is hard work, it's emotional, it's really tough. So it has to be enjoyable, there has to be a sense of purpose to it. And I think, you know, I heard David Beckman in an interview yesterday saying, you know, JOTA's like a big family. And that's something we really want to portray, the family element of it, that we try and involve the staff's families in everything we do as much as possible. Because the guys are away for so much of the year, it's important to keep them involved. But we're trying to lower our carbon footprint. All of those little details are important parts of making sure our carbon footprint is as low as possible. We have a lot of solar power on our facility, on our workshops, and we're going to be using the batteries from the Porsche 963. So when after a season, the battery is redundant from the racing car, we're then going to use the battery as a night storage system at JOTA. So we have ambition to go to 2 hypercars in 2024. We'd see that through 2024, 2025, hopefully. And then we'd be looking to maybe work with a manufacturer from there. It's a huge amount of risk being an early adopter in this LMDH formula, but this business model has worked for us in the past, so hopefully it'll work for us in the future. But as I've been saying to people, you know, we're a race team, not a test team, so we just got to get the car and we've got to go racing.